I have a nightmare situation to share with you guys. I am working with a borrower to refinance her home, and we were looking at her mortgage statement, and I realized on the mortgage statement that they were not collecting enough escrows and that she owed about $2,500 on her escrow collection that she was short from when they paid the property taxes. I was looking at this and like, okay, so this doesn't make sense. It looks like your payment is going to be going up significantly when your buy down expires. She was in a 2-1 buy down. She was in the second year of her 2-1 buy down. It did not look like she should be getting that large of an increase, maybe $300-400 right between there once her buy down expired, and her payment should have gone only up about that much. Her payment's going up over $1,000. And so when I was looking into it, I was looking at her current mortgage statement, and it looks like they're only collecting $170 on escrows. Her current escrows are just under about $600 a month. So we have about a $400 difference on her escrows from what should be collecting, what they're actually collecting. So her homeowner's insurance is $200 and some a month. They're collecting $167 total in escrows, which means that they're not even collecting taxes, but yet they paid out taxes when they were due. That's why she has a shortage in her escrow balance of about $2,500. So on top of that, they also didn't adjust for the second leg of the 2-1 buy down. So she's in her second year of a 2-1 buy down on a 6.5% interest rate, meaning that she should be paying a 5.5% payment. Now she's only paying 4.5%. So in the second year of the buy down, they didn't adjust for that new payment. So they're still collecting her mortgage based on a 4.5% interest rate versus the 5.5% that they should. And so she has a $700 difference that is going to be added essentially to her new mortgage when it comes due and this leg of the 2-1 buy down expires. She's not even going to have enough money to finish out the second year, essentially. Looking into the issue, trying to figure out what happened. Was this an error at the original loan? No, it wasn't. The original lender did do the correct calculations when it came to calculating the property taxes, which isn't always the case. In this situation, yes, the property taxes were collected right. I checked the original CD. The original CD had the lender collecting about $600 a month in escrows, which is what it should have been. What happened is the county submitted their assessment of the property based on the dirt value, not based on the assessed value with the home on it. And so the servicer of the loan reduced the escrows of collection that they should have been. So instead of collecting almost $500 or however much it was a month, they reduced it almost to zero. So they're only collecting $167, whereas they should have been collecting $500 or so-ish a month on escrows. Totally the servicer's error. They should not have done that, but it's also her error for accepting that payment. So when she told me, they did reach out to her and let her know that her payment was going to go down because the taxes came in lower than what they were collecting. She didn't call anybody. She didn't ask anything about it. She just accepted it. And now she's in a situation to where she is going to owe that escrow collection. She's going to owe the difference of her 2-1 buy down that isn't going to last her through the second year because they're collecting the wrong amount. She doesn't have enough subsidy to get her through the second year. And then she's going to be jumping up to the 6.5% interest rate here soon, plus the additional $100 that they're not collecting on her homeowner's insurance. So this poor girl is going to have a payment that's going to increase about $1,000 a month in the next few months. We're trying to refinance her and roll those back taxes into the loan so she's not coming out of pocket with $5,000, which is probably what she's going to have to come up with when her loan expires. And they come collecting for homeowners insurance and taxes. So keep an eye on your mortgage statement. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Reach out to your original lender. Reach out to me. I'm happy to look over anything. Answer any questions you guys have when it comes to your mortgage statement, when it comes to whether your escrows are being collected correctly, because there's no reason that this lady should be in this situation at all. If she would have paid a little bit more attention or asked a little bit more questions. She is a new homeowner, so she doesn't know. She's trusting the people, and as you should, but things happen, unfortunately, and lenders aren't always doing it right. And at this point, it is money that she technically owes, but now she has to come up with it all at once versus being paying over it over time. So keep an eye on your mortgage statements. It's not always the lender's fault or the original lender's fault when they set up the loan. Most of the time it is, but in this case it wasn't. It is the servicer's fault for not collecting those taxes and insurance correctly, and now she's going to be the one paying for it. So don't know what to do for her. We're going to try to refinance her either at the 6.5 or lower. Rates are not great right now. We're kind of watching them and seeing what happens, but we are going to try to get her in a position to where her payment's not going to go up as much, and we can roll on those back taxes so she doesn't have to come up with an extra $1,000 a month plus $5,000 out of pocket to pay past due bills. So I don't know, just that everybody should know that and kind of keep an eye out on those things. If you've had a similar experience, put it in the comments. I'd like to know and see how that turned out for you guys.